Action News investigators showed you earlier our undercover cameras found one local judge spending little time on the bench. We've all heard the saying, justice delayed is justice denied. But is her attendance creating a log jam in her courtroom? Investigator Ross Jones joins us from the newsroom with new information tonight. Ross?
Joanne, good evening. Judge Rayleigh Chabot has said all along that she's just as productive as the other judges on Oakland County's bench. But information we're about to show you tonight is casting doubt on whether that's true.
I comply with the same rules that every other judge has to comply with.
But is Judge Rayleigh Chabot handling criminal cases promptly? Records obtained by Action News suggest she is not. As you saw last month, we watched Judge Chabot for several days over the course of 5 weeks and found she spent many work hours away from her courtroom. We found her running errands, enjoying long lunches, and sometimes not coming into work at all. Sources inside Oakland County Circuit Court say it's been the pattern for years. And now come these court documents, records that keep track of whether the court's criminal judges are following state guidelines for case completion. They say that criminal cases should be completed within 300 days. Take a look at how Judge Chabot rates. January 2010, the rest of the Oakland County bench averages just over 2% of their cases over the state's guideline. But for Judge Chabot, it's 26%. The next month, the number jumps to almost 30%, where it stays through March. By comparison, the next closest judge had only 7%. Many had 0. In April of that year, Chabot had 21 criminal cases that lasted more than 300 days. The 13 other Oakland County judges combined had only 14. In fact, in each of the last 16 months, Judge Chabot ranks #1 in her court, with the most cases over the state's guideline, usually by a wide margin. The longer a case drags on, say legal experts, the greater the effect it can have on the outcome.
Criminal cases tend not to get better over time. The more time that goes by, memories can fade, evidence might not be available.
Wayne State University law professor Peter Henning reviewed the court's records for Action News and said that while no judge wants to be completing assembly line justice, it's important to handle cases in a timely manner.
It's a concern whenever you have a significant block of cases that have been on the docket for a long period of time, and the longer they're on the docket, the more difficult it becomes to resolve them.
Attorneys are hesitant to speak ill of Judge Chabot, fearing retribution down the road in the courtroom. But one Michigan lawyer who spent time in front of Chabot issued this statement, saying in part, Judge Chabot is receiving a 6-figure salary, and she should be at the courthouse on a full-time basis. Anything short of full-time is cheating the parties to the litigation and the taxpayers.
Judge Chabot would not speak to us on camera, but says delays are often caused by circumstances beyond her control. She says she's made good progress at reducing the number of cases beyond the state guideline and has many cases set for trial. Yesterday, we heard from Judge Chabot's boss, Chief Judge Nancy Grant. She issued this statement, saying in part, I did have thoughtful discussions with Judge Chabot about the concerns raised by WXYZ's coverage. She has indicated to me that she takes these concerns seriously and is working hard to address them. Reporting live from the newsroom, I'm Ross Jones, Channel 7 Action News.